Hi everyone, welcome to week 3. I'm honestly so excited for this week. I had to take a break after week 2 because of some work, and I never thought I would say this, but I missed painting. This week is going to be about working on wet and wet on dry techniques mainly. I just want to practice making more things so that I can understand how the paper works and how much water is required and how the paints work. I am looking forward to doing more tiny paintings from No Fail Watercolor book, some Skillshare courses, and I'll try to see if the library has any other watercolor books that are available and I might pick them up. I still have to go through that color theory book, so that's on the agenda as well. So we have a lot going on this week. Let's begin. So today is Tuesday and we are going to begin with the Skillshare course. An easy one. Beginner's Watercolor Galaxy. Galaxies are a lot of fun to paint and I really enjoy doing them. I have already done this once in another course. So I thought this would be a good course to begin the week with. It also involves working wet on wet as well as wet on dry. So it's good practice for that as well. So I'm done with the course and it was really good because it taught 3 different techniques of creating galaxies, 2 types of wet on wet and 1 wet on dry. This one is, I think, wet on wet. This one was wet on dry, which I still need to practice more because this one was the most difficult, and this is the other wet on wet, which I really enjoyed actually. And by the way, I think one of the wet on wet techniques can create really cool northern lights. Even this one can, if you look at it and if you take away the black and the stars, it kind of does look like northern lights, and I'm going to try it out. Also, if you're wondering why you should do so many different courses, it's because then you get exposure to a lot of different types of techniques. One of the wet on wet techniques used in this one, the one I'm going to use for northern lights, that technique I have never seen before, and I have seen a lot of videos on different techniques. So exposure to different videos and books and courses can help you add small elements in your arsenal, leading to the development of a style which is very much your own. So yeah, that's it. I'm done with this course. I definitely need a lot more practice before I get better at it, but I am fairly satisfied with what I created. I'll see you later. I am on my period, so I'm not really feeling like painting anymore. It's really difficult to sit on the desk, so I'm not sure if I'll do anything more today, but I'll definitely see you tomorrow. So yesterday I was able to do just that one galaxy course. Thankfully today I'm feeling much better, so hopefully I'll be able to get more done. I'm starting with this mystical landscapes course. Let's see how it goes. So I decided to go through the entire course before actually doing anything for it, and this one involves a more illustrated style of art, which is not something that I generally like, but I'm a beginner and I want to learn, so of course I'm doing it. What I love about this course is that Anna has provided a lot of elements as resources, and all you need to do is put together those elements to create something that is your own, or at least partly your own. And that is not only fun but also leads to this sense of satisfaction, because you're creating something that for a beginner isn't entirely copied, and as a beginner that's very rare, because most of the time you're following tutorials to understand how to put things together. I have said this before and I'll say this again, that all the courses by this particular instructor are so good, and you must go through them if you're a beginner, because she has a great style of teaching, and she teaches you how to think for yourself and to translate what you have learned in creating your own work. So right now I'm basically trying to create this rough sketch, which is really rough and pretty bad, and see what elements I want to add to my final piece. I'm going for a mystical, otherworldly kind of look. There are these 3 doors, of course, which look wonky right now. I'll see you later when I try to put together the elements for the final piece. I have some time post dinner, and I also found out that one of the books that gets recommended a lot is available at the library. It's Watercolor Textures for Artists. So I am going to go through the book and practice making some of the designs and textures. I hope you enjoy the clips. I'll see you tomorrow. It's Thursday afternoon, and today I'm going to continue with the textures book that I was following last night. But before that, I'm going to paint a lighthouse. It's a Skillshare course and it teaches you how to paint a lighthouse in 3 ways. So let's do that, and then I'll give a review once I am done with the course. So I got done with painting the lighthouses, and I did 2 of them. The third one involved use of red paper, which I don't have. So I just did these 2. These were more of wet on dry. They didn't involve any wet on wet mostly. This one involved wax resist. These white lines appeared because I put wax crayon here. I didn't have a wax candle, so I went with the crayon, and honestly it was a lot of fun doing these, and I decided to do it in tiny size because I don't know, then you can go ahead with less detail, and I really enjoyed like drawing these clouds. So yeah, it's a good course and you can definitely do this if this is something that you like. Basically I was traveling in the period in between, so I couldn't do anything new, and I thought I would finish this video with the last course that I'm doing today. It's a course which involves painting drinks. I have already been through this entire course, so I can definitely tell you that it's easy to follow. The instructor is really good and everything has been explained really well, and if you like painting drinks or you want to learn food illustration and painting food, then it can be a really good course. because the instructor does talk about how in these kinds of paintings it's more about painting an idea of what it is rather than trying to paint the exact thing, which I thought was really good, and I had a lot of fun doing this. So out of all the courses that I did this week, which ones you can try depends upon your interest. All of these are good and fun to do and taught me something, but I have realized that courses which follow an art style which isn't of your interest, like the mystical landscapes one for me, it becomes difficult to finish those. So pick those courses which are of your interest and just practice. I'll see you next week. Bye.